it's hard to avoid serendipity in a group like we had in the old EG&M group. When you're just down the hall or right next door, or having lunch or things like that with the kinds of minds that were assembled.
At that time, at least in terms of the problems we had, if I had a problem in math, I could run over and talk to Ian Zen, and he was right across the hall from us.
Yeah.
And if it was a chemical problem, we had a whole branch of analytical chemists. They were not all physical chemists, but there was enough knowledge there that they could help us a great deal. And we benefited by that, and I hope we helped the others.
Yeah, well, that was one of the great advantages of working for the survey. If you had a problem, there was someone down the hall who could help you with it, and so forth. Plus the collegial atmosphere as opposed to the more competitive atmosphere that often exists in university departments and so forth. I don't ever recall an instance of anybody unwilling to share data or experience or ideas.
Well, expanding on that a little bit, I was connected with an NRC, National Research Council, activity that was trying to deal with mineral deposits, and we had a good representation of university, industry, and government people involved in that. And the discussions that followed, the people that were in the government usually had lots of ideas to share. The people in the academic area had lots of ideas, but they don't want to share that. That's next year's NSF proposal, and we're going to keep it to ourselves, at least until it goes through that. Industry was concerned about what somebody else would think about what they did. And so you didn't have as free a communication outside as we had inside, and I hope that has tended to go away, but we're not involved with it.
Yeah, right. But then, society's expectations of science in general and the Geological Survey specifically, we became more and more involved in immediate problems, environmental problems, and the survey became really the government's geologist. Had gotten away from the idea of investing things in R&D, not just in the federal government, but in companies and so forth. Science for science sake became a very hard sell for survey administrators. It pretty much had to be hidden under other more practical programs.
That's right. It almost evolved into engineering, where you take a scientific principle and apply it to a new problem, rather than defining new scientific principles.
And that's not necessarily wrong at all, because I can remember way back, maybe in the 70s and so forth, there was lots of discussion in the geosciences about becoming more relevant to society's problems and so forth. Well, we have become more relevant. I mean, there are a lot of things that the US GS and university departments and so forth can really direct their attention and help solve some of the problems that society faces.